GN Sports Show, powered by the Calvin Ayre Foundation.
Welcome to Season 6, Episode 1 of the GN Sports Show. And I'm your host, back again, George Dublin.
And I'm Terry Andrew. We're so glad to be back here at the GN Sports Show, bringing you the very latest in information, in sport, in everything we do here on the GN Sports Show.
Yes, most definitely, Terry. And we have a packed show this evening here for you. We have two young players from Generation Next U11 team coming in to see us this evening. We have Elijah Southwell and Joshawn Brown. Really excited to talk to Elijah Southwell though. Terry, I've been watching him over Generation Next a while and he's a really impressive youngster.
Awesome. Also joining us here on the GN Sports Show are a number of young Antigua and Barbudan swimmers. From the Vipers Swim Club, we have Alessandro Bazzoni and Kaylee Warner, as well as their coach, their head coach, Wayne Mitchell. He'll be here as well. Plus, the record-breaking Isabel Nicholas, 10-year-old Isabel Nicholas from the Wadadley Aquatic Racers. She'll be in the house as well.
Yes, Terry. And you know, we also have the feature, the ever-present, the closer, Dr. Rick will also be in the house this evening. You know, we have part one of a long and interesting conversation with Dr. Rick.
Certainly, we have a packed show for you, as Sawa mentioned. Listen, it's information and it's different than football than we're used to. It's sports, and we will bring it all to you right here on the GN Sports Show.
So stay with us, and we'll be right back after the break.
Our vision is to become the premier platform for showcasing and empowering young student athletes, providing them with the tools and exposure to excel both in sports and life, while shaping the next generation of confident, media-savvy leaders. The GN Sports Show is dedicated to highlighting the talent and stories of young student athletes across all sports disciplines. We aim to equip them with vital media exposure and public speaking skills, helping them grow into confident individuals both on and off the field. Through engaging interviews, mentorship, and real-world media experiences, we strive to foster personal and professional development that supports their athletic journeys.
And welcome back to the GN Sports Show. And in studio with us, we have two young Generation Next U11 players, Elijah Southwell and Joshawn Brown. Welcome, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Terry, tell them the team for the show, Terry.
Balancing education with sport, and sports being football, playing those sports and doing well in your classroom. School you attend?
St. Nicholas Primary School,
St. Nicholas Primary. What class are you in?
grade 5.
Do you like school? Or you side accounts, kind of sorta?
I don't like school.
You don't?
No.
We're gonna have a problem up here, Elijah. We're gonna have a problem. What about you?
At least he's honest, Terry. At least he's honest.
What about you, Joshawn? Elijah, we're coming back to you on that. What about you, Joshawn? What school do you attend?
Tiankern Primary School.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like going to Tiankern?
I mean, yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
You learn more stuff, yeah.
Okay, nice. You ever played in the schoolyard? I passed a few times and seen some kids playing in the schoolyard.
Yeah. It
That's
was
it?
really, yeah.
Okay. You play for the youth team? The youth.
Yeah, I prefer the team.
You guys played today?
Yeah.
You won?
When I left, it was 2-0, so we had the 2.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. But they got it. They got it.
Yeah.
Scored any goal?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't play? Okay, okay. Attaboy. Back to you now, Elijah. What about school that you don't like?
Well, the teachers, I get in trouble for absolutely no reason most of the time.
We all been there though. We all been there though, Elijah. We all been there.
But what I do like a lot about school is the sports. We play lots of sports. We don't usually play football, but we're starting it and I'm gonna be very happy. We play a lot of games and all the games are really fun, like rounders. Today we played cricket and it was really fun and I really enjoyed it.
So you're going to school for the sports?
Most likely.
Elijah.
Elijah, listen, I listen to Elijah, so I'm gonna hear it myself.
Elijah, don't worry. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Because you must be good at 2. You know, at school, that's for life.
Yeah,
That's for the entire rest of your life.
Yeah.
Football, I think that's for the now and for when you get to a certain age. But the school part, that's for life. So you're gonna have to find something that you love there, whether you like sports.
Yeah.
But if they cut the sports program, Elijah, you're in trouble. You're not gonna go?
What the subject that I really like a lot is math for sure. I'm really good at math, but everything else.
Elijah, you're
seems to-
confusing us here. You're confusing us here.
Yeah.
You're confusing us here. Some of the kids that we've been talking to, they like math, right? And they try to balance both. Some, some better than some, and that's what you're gonna get. But you like math, but you don't like anything else? Nothing else? No other subject interests you over there?
Not really.
We gotta talk to your teachers, Elijah. We gotta let you play sport in all of these subject areas so you can like them. What about you, Deshaun? What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math as well?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing, Generation Next don't have a problem with math. These footballers won't have a problem with math at all because all you guys like math.
See, like we producing some accountants over there because it's like, yeah, the regular, most kids is math. So what about math you like the most?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So at same thing, let's say play. I just coach a Generation Next, which and I've seen you. I saw you playing cricket last week. Was it a wicket you got, or is a wicket in it? When I stood by the fence and say, "You go, Elijah."
I didn't get out. We didn't play. I didn't get to bat because it was running late and I had football after.
Okay.
But I did bowl a few times. I'm not sure if I think I got someone out. I'm not sure.
So are you good at bowling or batting?
I've upgraded a lot over these days, and
Okay.
I'm actually really good at both. I'm the best bowler in the class, and I'm one of the best hitters. I can hit lots of 6s and 4s.
Nice. Listen, there's some science in there in hitting that ball as well. So you're going to be good at science. You're going to be one of the best at science, at English language as well, and I think social studies is the other one. I think you can do it, Elijah, because you're hitting 6s and you're outing people. So that means you can balance both. But sometimes it's, I guess, applying yourself a bit. Go ahead,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. So the Generation Next league has just concluded. Both y'all play for the U11s, right?
Yeah.
So is 2 teams y'all have, A and B, or just
Yeah,
one team? A and B, and
sometimes I play with under 13.
sometimes play on 13. But on the U11s, what team you on the A?
I'm on the A.
And who won the league?
A. Well, both teams.
Oh, no, so I saw y'all had a game about a week ago against Pickards. Y'all needed to win the game to win the league. Y'all won that game, right?
Yeah.
So y'all the champions again.
Yeah. Every time.
But last year it went down against Pickards. The last game of the season for y'all to win, and Crown scored. And then this year is the same thing again, and Lamar scored.
What position do you play?
I actually play goalkeeper sometimes because sometimes there's a boy named Jalik. He's really good at goalkeeping, but he doesn't usually come at the tournaments. So I would goalkeep. I would also play right. Sometimes striker. It depends, and I would play left mostly, even though I'm
one
not
you
left.
prefer? Which one do you prefer?
Most likely left wing.
Left wing?
And what about you, Joshua? What position you just play?
I also play goalkeeper.
You play goalkeeper
Yeah,
sometimes?
if the goalkeeper don't show up.
Uh-huh.
And if the goalkeeper shows up, I either play midfield or striker.
And which position you like the most?
I'll have to say midfield.
That's the midfield.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So why midfield? You're a midfielder. You like that. Who in the world of football do you like to see play? Why you want to be a midfielder? Who motivates you to want to be a midfielder?
Well, my style is Ronaldo, but he plays striker. But he encouraged me. He has inspired me. So I kind of follow him sometimes.
And what about you, Elijah? Who's your favorite player?
My favorite
In world football, yes.
in football
Yeah.
history,
Yeah.
Pele.
Pele.
Yeah.
And who is your favorite team in the Brazilian team now? Player, sorry. Hendrick, Vinny Jr., Rafinha.
Probably Rafinha, but if we're going back in time, Pele for sure.
Yeah, we can't go that far back.
Attaboy.
That's way even before
Come on.
my time.
Come on,
Elijah.
man.
So he had to
can't tell you who they
be.
like.
So there's no.
If it's Pele, it's Pele. If it's Pele, it's Pele. He can't tell you who they
Elijah
like.
gone too far back.
Elijah, but that's a standard though. That's a standard. Have you ever seen the movies? Because I only see the movies. I only saw
Yeah,
the
I
movies.
watch it like 5 times.
Wasn't that inspiring? Being a 17-year-old and scoring in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Listen,
The World Cup.
I thought that was incredible too. I didn't know that. I mean, I heard the story, but when I watched the movie, I thought, wow, and he was so nervous. That was crazy.
I so don't back Brazil. I'm not watching that movie.
No, you need to. Just to see his upbringing.
Don't back Brazil.
Yeah, just to see his upbringing with his friends. He played with his friends, and they had to steal the shoes, the big shoes that they can't fit. But when they took it off, they started to ball, and I think that was an incredible movie. George need to see that movie.
No, I'm not watching that movie.
That's what I think.
Who you backing for the World Cup? The World Cup is in 2 months. Who you backing?
Portugal.
You backing Portugal?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a decent pick.
Yeah,
No, Terry,
I like
that's
that pick.
Yeah, because everybody's saying Messi is better because he has a World Cup. So our Ronaldo wins so that he can prove to them that he is also good too.
And you think that realistic?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Portugal don't have a chance. I tell you, I like your enthusiasm about it. I ain't gonna lie. But if Portugal win this World Cup, it means Portugal alone went to the World Cup.
Yeah, Joshua. I mean, I like your pick. It's a decent team, but
Yeah.
I won't pick them to win though. But
Yeah,
I understand. I understand your pick. But
Yeah.
but Joshua, my pick is worse because I'm picking England, and God knows,
Yeah,
God knows
Bellingham.
how far those boys are going.
Yeah,
But
Bellingham.
yeah, I mean, that's my pick. That's my pick. Brazil. So who's George's pick? George, who's your pick for the World Cup?
Me?
Well, I know he's gonna pick France, but
You know I'm gonna pick France. There's nobody else to pick.
yeah. I think France is his team, and that's a good pick as well.
Yeah.
But
Terry, I back in France when nobody even think France
Yeah,
had a chance.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's
I remember you
like,
saying that. I
yeah,
remember you
real
saying
long time ago. So, only thing for France that I'm not too pleased is Mbappe. And he, he little tantrums these days. But outside of him, I think France has a really good team. I do think Portugal has a good team too, but I just don't think they have a good enough team to win the World Cup.
all right, Elijah. Since you've been at Generation X, what is something that you've improved upon, football-wise?
Discipline.
Okay.
Our coach, he disciplines us a lot.
Who's the coach, by the way?
Nabu.
Oh, Coach Nabu.
Yeah.
Okay. And discipline. Tell me about discipline. What you learn?
Hard work, dedication,
Okay.
scoring lots of goals,
Okay.
position yourself, and that just makes me a lot better at the game, most likely. And also enjoying football is the top. It's the most. If you don't enjoy, you can't play properly, you can't focus. So I would really enjoy myself.
Had a boy. Touch me. Had a boy. What about you? Deshaun? Anything that you improve upon since you've been at Generation X?
Dribbling.
Dribbling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember back when I was like 5 and so, I'd be very terrible
Hold
at
on.
dribbling.
How old are you now?
10, 11.
11. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off.
I just be very terrible. I remember I just go in my yard and I have a ball. I just practice, but it never work out. So
Bracket.
since I went to Generation X, Nabu has really improved me on my dribbling and controlling.
Okay. That's 10 points there for Nabu. Okay. All right. Well, boys, listen. We got to work on the schoolwork for you and the classroom and school attendance. For school.
No, he goes to school. He definitely goes to school, Terry. He doesn't.
Okay, going to school. Yeah, we got to work on that part. Liking, feeling a love and getting a love for doing work every day. And you learn discipline in football. So if you transfer that to the classroom, you're going to be wonders, buddy.
Yeah, but
Find something that you love in some of those subjects and let it click, and you have that forever. You're not going to be running up and down for the rest of your life. So.
But remember, right, Elijah, remember earlier Terry told you that the school is a life and football might be up to a certain time. But to help your pathway for life a bit easier, football could help you do that. So in order for both to work, so you have to be equally interested in both. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you remember Generation X does a lot of combines and things for people to go after school and stuff like that. And the experience out there in the world, you can get it through football, but you have to have a brain. You understand what I'm saying? So when you go to school, because if you're failing, you're not going to be able to.
All right, just before I let you guys go, you can say hi to a friend, mommy, daddy, say hi to someone before we go. Go ahead. Shout out to somebody, I don't know.
A teammate.
Yukim. Yeah, he's my friend.
Oh, that's your friend. Oh, so, shout out to you. So what about mommy? You're not going to say hi to mom? Come on, man.
Mommy.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, just say hi to somebody. I don't know.
Naji. Hi.
Come on, boys. All right, he's Elijah Southwell and he's Jashawn Brown. They are Generation Next FC U11 players. They've been talking to us just about their footballing journey and their life as a whole. We hope you enjoyed them. We're looking out for them in the future here at Generation Next. We'll be right back with more on the GN Sports Show. Welcome back. You're watching the GN Sports Show. And of course, on our show, we not only talk to footballers, we have the swimmers in the house. Wayne Mitchell, he's the head coach of Vipers Swim Club. And along with Wayne, on his right, is Alessandro Mazzoni, also of the Vipers Swim Club. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Alessandro, you see how that roll off my tongue? I'm so getting used to calling you guys' name. It comes with ease now. All right, Wayne, but the invitation now. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, so this is an annual event that Wadali Aquatic Races holds annually, obviously, and the turnout on this event so far, since COVID, we've been building back up, gradually, but it was evident, the amount of swimmers that we had participate at this recent held invitational, and the outcome of the results was just totally outstanding. I mean, it's the time of the year where we're not really tapering down for anything. So the kids weren't tapered down, but they were just swimming so fast. We just came off Carifta where all the swimmers performed extremely well. And to have the first meet since Carifta, and show that level of swimming that the kids are at this present moment, just speaks volumes to where the rest of the cycle, the rest of the season is going to head.
Some record-breaking performance. And I was telling you, anytime there's a swim meet, some records have to be shattered. I mean, what about these young swimmers that we have here today that they keep getting better and better anytime they go in the pool?
They do, they take their discipline, they take their sport very seriously. They're a great bunch of kids. Across the board. Isabel would have come back from RAC, and you would have obviously heard the amount of records that she broke at RAC. Fresh out of RAC, she's back here now, competing at her club's event, and I believe she put down 5 new records, age group records. Am I correct with that? 5 new records? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 new records, which is fantastic because she actually just broke these records, and then now she's breaking them again at her meet. And then same thing applies for the rest of the swimmers that came out from Carifta. Isabel's not old enough yet for Carifta. She's qualified. She's ready to go. So she'll be part of the team next year. So we were excited about what she's going to bring to the table with that. But the other kids would have gone to Carifta. They're the ones that broke the records. That would be Madison, Alex, Alexandra, Kaylee, and Anya DeGans. So the 2 other swimmers were also, obviously breaking records at this recently held meet. They're not with us tonight. But we have 5 kids absolutely destroying records, which is a great sign. And especially in the younger ones too, in the younger ones that are coming up, because some of these records have been there for a long time. Just to give you an idea, the record that Kaylee would have just broken, that was there 6 years now. The record that some of the records that Isabel would have broke longer than that, they would have been there 9-10 years now, and she's beaten them. Same with Alex with the 4 AM, that would have been there 10 years, and he just went ahead and beat that. So it's a good sign, and those swimmers that were capturing those records or set the target, should I say, those swimmers right now, they went on to do big things in Antigua and also hold records when they got older and medal at Carifta. So future's looking bright.
Sorry, what about you? Last weekend, how was that for you?
It was amazing. I got 100% PBs and I broke an age group record.
When you get in the pool, is it showtime, or you go through a process where, listen, I'm gonna hit all my targets today?
It's most likely showtime.
Okay.
You have to get locked in before the races, listen to music before, and then dive in and do your best.
Yeah. What kind of music you listen to? What gets you going? George, what gets you going? I am the Tiger.
You might be surprised. That's why he's laughing.
The music I listened to in my time was like more rap.
Okay.
Back in the day, it was more rap.
Masonry, what kind? Metal, heavy metal stuff? I don't know. I don't know.
Some dance hall.
Wait, what about you? Sorry.
Dance hall.
Dance hall.
So you'd be surprised.
What is going on here?
Dancehall is the in
Dancehall. Okay.
Yeah, so Mr. Mitchell, you said early in the opening statement that it was a local meet. I'm just curious about like how much different swing clubs they have in the country.
So at this particular meet, at War Meet, we had obviously the host, which was War. They had the second largest amount of swimmers attend. We had Vipers, they would be the largest that attended, and then we've got Storm Swim Club and Marlins Swim Club.
All right.
So a total of 4 clubs in total.
4 clubs.
Four in total.
And how much participants y'all had?
It was around close to 70 in total.
Well, I was reading the newspaper. I think this is what the 5th annual or 6th annual they had this thing.
No, it'd be more than that. Yeah, War would be the oldest club right now in Antigua.
Yeah, but this is how much time now they have in this particular meet.
Yeah, so
it's every year, isn't it?
It's every year since, and it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so it's one they've been doing for a while now.
Okay.
I'm not sure which number it was.
Oh, all right.
9.
It was the 9th?
The 9th. Okay,
yeah.
I was reading the
I would have
papers.
thought it would have been maybe, well, the club's been around a lot longer than
Right.
that. But yeah, it would be the 9th invitation.
The 9th invitation.
Yeah.
And I watch a bit of swimming, but just give us like a quick tutorial on the different, like I know you have breaststroke, butterfly, you know, how much different.
So we have 4 strokes.
Okay.
You got butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yeah, and then they obviously participate in different lengths. When I say lengths, like different distances.
Okay.
So the freestyle will go all the way from 1500, which is one of the events that Alex likes to do and train for. And then 800, and then 400. Then you get down to like mid-distance sprints, which be considered a 200, and then sprint 100, and then full-out sprint would be a 50. Yeah, so all the other strokes, they go up to 200, and then the individual medley would be a 400 and a 200, and that's meters.
And a medley is what?
So that would be all 4 strokes put together.
Okay, right.
Yeah, all 4 strokes put together, and then you got to make sure that the transitions from from fly to back, for instance, is done correctly. There's ways of doing it and rules and stuff, so you can do illegal turns and get DQ'd. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Bazzoni, because when you have records, there has to have some sort of title. So, Mr. Bazzoni, how much different events you participate in?
10 different events.
10 different. And just, lay it out for me, don't
So 50 fly, 100 fly, 200 fly, and then 50 back, and then 100 back, and then 50 breasts, 100 breasts, 50 free, 100 free, 200 free, and then 400 IM, and then 200 IM.
Okay, so your personal best in those. What? I read the paper, the newspaper after I came back, but I didn't see no numbers. I'm just curious on the numbers. You know what I mean? You have a personal best or a record is broken. What's the time on it? That's what I'm curious about.
So at 53, which was surprising, I went from a 27 to a 26.
Okay.
And then in my 100 free, I went from 59 to 57. And then my 200 fly, I went from 227 to 221. It was a big drop. And then my 400 IM, which was the record, I went from 514 to 507.
Right, and those are local times or international times? Records you break, the one you broke?
The record I broke was local.
Was a local time? Yeah. Okay. And what's the international standard? Just for any one of them, like, would say?
It's pretty close, I think. I would say it's like, I think Crifta's 450, 455.
Yeah.
So we could look for you breaking an international record.
Yeah.
Just trying to, I like the numbers because the numbers would be able to tell you how close somebody is to get in at the top level, All right, Terry?
Wait, being this young and even Isabella age and breaking records so early, is this a good thing as in, yes, it's a good thing for breaking records, but
Yeah.
at that age, at that small age, do they still be interested by the time they reach 18, 19, 20?
Yeah, there's an emphasis on the coach to have these discussions with them.
Okay.
I do speak to them a lot about what to prepare yourself for and stuff like that, because you tend to, when it comes easy, don't get me wrong, it's not coming easy for these guys. Okay, it's not. They have to work hard to get where they are, and you just heard that he has 11 races and 10 races, and that's over 3 days, and those are hard races. So they all get through those races quite well. So they've worked really hard to do that. But it's got to the point now where he is getting away from the bunch, So, when he's racing locally, he knows he's going to, get it pretty easy locally. But you gotta keep him leveled, keep them all leveled down to ground, and make them understand that this is where you are now. Yes, all right, but this is obviously just the beginning, and you gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay hungry, because what drives them at this age, is going after the medals, going after the records, and trying to be the best they could possibly, and to be the best ever to come out of Antigua. To have your name up there on the website, on this federation website, showing that you're the fastest ever come out. It's a great motivation. But as you said, sometimes it can get like they feel like they've done enough, and right. So they got to set goals, which is what they're pretty good at. You got to educate them and let them know that this is just the start of it. You have university swimming to take care of after that, and then obviously the end goal is the Olympics for these kids, and that's what they're aiming towards. So they got to set their goals high and stay grounded with it.
There's a question here that I want you to answer. Do you think we're entering a new era of swimming for Antigua and Barbuda with the current generation of talent that we have?
100%. 100%. And it's the events that they're breaking the records in. And that's what I like to see. The longer events, it's set for more like aerobic and not so much really built and strong and big fellas and big girls and stuff. These little kids are breaking long records, which is good because it's setting down a good aerobic base foundation for them, and you're tapping into the energy zone of what they are, they're kids. And I've said this before many times. You go past any school and you just see the kids just running around in playtime. They're running around the field and stuff like that outside. They never stop. So you got to tap into that, and that's what's happening right now. We're tapping into that, and these kids are doing long races like the 1500, the 800, the 200 fly. These take a lot of aerobic capacity to do.
I've been. We have been with you. Peru. I think I've been Peru with you. Paralympic Games.
Yeah.
And we were looking. We both were staring at some of these swimmers. Yeah. That they're like twice my size. Some tall guys. Yeah. And we had. I forgot what the name of the young man that was there, and he was competing as well. But when we were looking at some of those guys, I'm like, wait. So swimmers are really this tall? Naturally tall.
Yeah, they're naturally big. They say that like sports tend to the human body does evolve, and you can manipulate it. And they say when you start sports early at a young age, the body does get, it does change, it does evolve in a way, and it's a fact. Like these young kids have been swimming since they were 6, 7 years old. Their hearts are going to be completely different to how somebody that didn't, for instance, like mine and whoever else. So they are being genetically, I wouldn't say like changed that much, but they are definitely changing for their sport. It's like tennis players. And that started at a young age. They hit in the bat with one hand, the racket started with one hand, and it's longer than the other. It's known. Yeah.
So we won't have to give Alessandro Bazzoni knee surgery to get him a little get him a little taller. Stretch him out to get him a little taller.
But you know what? Honestly, if you can 5'11", I mean, it's an evolving sport. And a lot of the things that they said you know, that used to like what they want. It's been broken. There are some guys out there, and I've seen them with my own 2 eyes. You know, I travel a lot. I see the top elite swimmers in the world, best of the best, and I'm standing right next to them, and they don't have those things like the huge feet and the huge hands and they're tall. You know, the best swimmer in the world right now, I consider the best swimmer in the world. He's just shy of 6 foot. So, you know, we have Jaden Willier. He's a monster. He's 6'4". You know, he's up there. And then you got this guy from France. It's like 5, not solid 6, but you know, he's going up against 6'3", 6'4" guys, and he's beaten them. You know, and he's not particularly big in the hands or the feet either. You know, so there's a lot
of misconceptions in
there's
sports.
a lot.
Yeah, because they used to tell us in football, you got to be big, strong, and tall.
Right.
And then Messi came in.
There you go. There you go.
And wiped out that
whole thing. Yeah, exactly.
But Alessandro, just this last thing from me. How do you stay hungry? How do you stay wanting more in the sport? You know, beyond your age.
I think of myself as a target.
Okay.
Like people are coming after me to try beating me and everything, and that just gets me more hungry. So I know I have to do better.
Yeah, and your parents in all of this, are they pushing you to even be greater than you are right now?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%. At the start of the year, after I write all my goals down, and then halfway through the year, I see where I am. And if I'm like past them already, I change it to make them faster.
Okay. Oh boy.
There's one thing about the swimming fraternity, the parents are just fantastic.
Okay.
They really do support their kids in this, and it's tough for them too. They got to get up at 4 in the morning every single morning and bring them, and then bring them back. And, yeah, it's tough for them, and they're really good at it. They really support the kids well.
Well, I know it's a final, but this is my final one. we've heard, and I'm sure you guys, you've been around the sport for long enough. We've heard of an aquatic center, an area for swimmers that we can have, something nice for the swimmers coming. I even saw a groundbreaking one time, being in the news. And
how was that?
I'm wondering, what is it gonna take? Is it gonna take me and George say, okay, we're gonna have George gonna put $1, I'm gonna put $1, Marlon gonna put $1, Ricky gonna put $1, and Rebby gonna put $1. Is that what it's gonna take for that to come to fruition?
You know what? It's a touchy subject, but I can tell you this: if they give us the pool, watch out, because what we're doing with what we have right now, it's remarkable. So give us a pool, and it won't go to waste. We'll do a lot with it, you know, and it'll be a lot larger. When I say larger, I mean the amount of kids that we get involved in the sport, and the results will just prove it. You know, what we have right now, and we got those 4 clubs all down in that pool. We cannot extend, we cannot expand, etc., etc. So give it to us, and you'll see something great. You know, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Also, if on our end too, I think if the right person came along with the vision, you know, and came up with their own vision to it, and get a little bit more proactive. It's not for me to do. I've done it because I did it with the pool already that's there. You know, somebody within the federation, and instead of like asking, you know, can we get this, can we get that, put a proposal together, do your own research, find the land itself. It's easy to find out who owns what in Antigua in terms of land. You go down registry, whatever. And you put up some proposals, you say, okay, I have 3 choices here. What would it take for you guys to give us one of these? We want one, okay? And then from there you say, okay, we've got this in place, we've got these guys in place, we've got this money ready to go, because, you know, to get some sponsors on board and everything else and take it to the government again. And just ask for some incentives. And I'm sure they'll say, okay, yeah, let's go, let's work with it. But I think if you ask them to do it, I think that it's going to take longer.
That's very true.
They'll eventually do it, yes, and it's going to happen. But if we get a little bit more proactive on our side, I think it can be done.
Yeah,
you know?
so
which is what I did. I searched around and everything else, and I found somewhere, and I did it. You know.
I saw the one in Martinique. That one was impressive.
That's one of my favorite. Well, it is my favorite pool.
Oh, yeah.
You were there, right?
No, well, I was watching on the YouTube thing.
We
Yeah,
went there.
that was
We went there in 2013. I think it was 2013. We went there, or 2014. And I remember walking it. We're still new to it. We qualified for Carifta in 2012, and that was in Bahamas. And that pool blew my mind. It was just done. And then 2013, I believe, was Jamaica, and that pool was pretty impressive too. And then 2014 was Martinique, and that pool just blew my mind.
Okay.
It was,
because
it's a fantastic pool.
When they opened the shot to
yeah.
where the fans were and the pool situation, I was like, wow.
It was way ahead of its time when they built it, and the floor can come up, so you can do a learn to swim in there. You have the little kids in there. Can come right up, and it's the metal. The kids are loving it because they can see themselves, swimming, and it attracts the heat too from the sun. It warms the pool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a great pool.
All right, hopefully we can
get one of those.
We can get one of those. We can get one of those one, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'd just like to shout out the swim meet that we have. It's our invitational. It's our 6th invitational that's coming up. That's going to be obviously at our pool down at Longford's. We right now we have 2 overseas teams coming over committed, so it's going to be a great event. We've got some fantastic prizes for the kids, some great medals and trophies. We'd like the public to come over and support that. It's going to be a fantastic event. That's going to be on the 25th of June.
Do you guys have a season, or you just go all year long?
We do have a season, yeah, and very little time off. So the season will start from September. We're back in the pool September. We come out of the pool like August, just after Carnival or just before Carnival for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we start back again in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all the best to you guys.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of Vipers Swim Club here in Antigua and Barbuda, Wayne Mitchell, Alessandro Bazzoni. He's also a member of the Vipers Swim Club, future swimmer, future Olympian here in Antigua and Barbuda. We'll be right back with more swimmers here on the GN Sports Show. Welcome back. You're watching the GN Sports Show, and we're still in our Champions Circle. We have more swimmers joined us here in studio. Kaylee Warner of Vipers Swim Club and Isabel Nicholas from the Wadandi Aquatic Racers. They're here with us. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on the GN Sports Show. All right, Kaylee. Again, welcome. What record you broke, and just tell me about the swim.
I broke the 50 free record at the time of 28:18.
Yeah.
The time before was 28:46. I'm pretty proud of my swim because my coach gave me my plan to do the race, and my sister also helped me with my race. She's also one of my biggest supporters.
Okay.
My parents helped me as well, to be honest. Of course, I want to thank God. I also want to thank my trainer who trains me in the gym. I also want to thank all my family members and stuff like that.
You in the gym?
I train at Lift Academy.
Okay. So you guys just do this? All swimmers do this?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Isabel? Anytime you come here, you break a record. The last time you were here, I think you've grown a couple of inches since you were here. So that was you guys swim meet, Wadandi Aquatic Racers, and you just cleaned up everybody. What age group are you again?
I'm in 9 to 10.
9 to 10. And you're just dominating all the 9 to 10s around the country and the region. That's just what you do, Isabel?
Well, not really every country, but most of them.
Most of them. Okay. Tell me about your records that you broke last weekend.
Well, so I broke 5 records. The 50 fly, 100 fly, 200 fly, 100 back, and 200 back.
And these are considered the sprint in races, sprint in swimming, right? Sprint really? The fast races? No? Okay, I got it wrong. Sorry.
I think the shorter ones are the faster ones, the 50 and the 100s, and so they'll be the faster races.
Okay.
They go up to 200 and more, it becomes more
But the
endurance.
200 free is considered a sprint.
Okay.
That's considered a
But
sprint.
this is 200 fly, 200 back.
Oh. Which one is your favorite? You have a favorite?
My favorite race would probably be 100 freestyle.
100 free? Okay, you just let go, freestyle, let go.
Not completely.
Okay.
Still have to use the technique.
So you're doing all these races in one day, in the weekend, sorry,
In the weekend.
in the weekend. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's how many races?
Well, in the meet that just passed, I did 12 races.
12 races.
Over 3 days.
Yes.
What's the max you did in one day?
I think 4 or 5.
4 or 5 in one day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do these have, is this a straight race just championship race, or is the heats, like you have to go and then go again within the same, let me say it's a 100-meter fly. Do you do like a heat first and then qualify for the next one, or is just straight, you win it, that's it, the one race it is?
Well, it depends because it's like 400 free is 9 and over. So it depends on your time to be ranked in the specific heats.
All right. How do you guys stay motivated?
I stay motivated because of my parents. My sister is my biggest supporter.
Okay.
My trainer, again, in the gym, his name is Kareem, and also my coach, which is Coach Wayne, of course.
All right. So just going out there and swim won't get it done for you.
No,
Okay.
I would motivate myself, but when the days I feel down and like some days you just don't want to swim.
Oh,
like
man. I
my
know those days.
parents and my sister always tell me like I can do it. I need to go to swim practice.
Does your sister swim?
She used to.
She used to. So was that the reason why you got into swimming?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. What about you, Isabel?
Well-
what keeps you motivated?
My parents and my coach.
When these other 10-year-olds see you coming, I know they're shivering because have you ever lost?
Yes.
What event?
Well, in 50 and 100 breaststroke,
Okay.
and a girl from the Bahamas and a girl from Trinidad.
But you're gonna get them in the 11 to 12, right? The next age group you're gonna
I
get
hope
them in.
so.
And I know you're gonna get them in that age group. What advice would you give to younger swimmers who want to be like an Isabella or a Kaylee? Kaylee, let's start with you. What advice are you giving the younger swimmers?
I probably would say to never give up, to be honest. Just follow your dreams and set goals for what you want in your life.
At 13 years old, you know you're a national swimmer. Did that ever sink in that I'm a 13-year-old and I'm a national swimmer?
Not really.
Oh man. When I think about that, and Isabel, you're 10 years old, and you guys are national swimmers. National swimmers representing your country, not only, but national swimmers. That ever sink into you guys what you're doing over there? I mean, not only you, but you and your teammates. That ever sink in what you guys are doing?
No.
No? You guys are just having fun?
Yeah.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best part of it. I think that's the best part of it. You guys are having fun.
Is there anybody out there who you just know, like, yes, if I'm better than this person every time I meet them, I'm gonna end up being the winner? Is there anybody out there like that that pushes you to that level? Anyone you could
My
answer.
age group is really tough. Like in Crifta, I have lots of girls from different age groups who are bigger than me, taller than me and everything. So like I can't say one specific person. There's like a bunch of kids I would want to beat, to be honest.
Okay.
Like it's tough competition in my age group. Wow.
Are you thinking about the Bahamian girl that beat you?
Well, I've only raced against her once.
Oh, and she beat you that one time?
Yeah.
So somewhere in your back of your mind, revenge is evident.
Yeah.
Revenge is evident.
But the two of them, they're a year older than me, so I'd only have to race against them for 1 year.
Okay.
Before they move up, then I'd have to do the same thing over again. But there's one person that I could think of, Evie Twumbarima from Grenada.
Okay.
I beat her, but I beat her at OVCS last year, but I never know what could happen again.
Maybe she's home right now saying, when we catch Isabel, I mean she next time. Maybe that's what she's home saying. When we catch Isabel,
Probably.
next time. So I guess Isabel.
When you beat that particular girl, so let me say you did 10 seconds. Did she do a 9:58? Time span that you beat her in. Did you beat her? Was it close? Did you?
Depends on the race.
Okay.
Kind of.
So that means she's threatening to get close enough to you.
Well, I don't think in that race.
Okay. All right.
There's a question out here that I want to ask both of you. If you could compete anywhere in the world against any swimmer, where would it be and who would you want to race against?
I don't know who I'd compete against, to be honest, but I probably wanted to go to like a big country, like somewhere like I want to go to Japan. I want to race in Japan, but like I don't know who I'd race against.
You can race your sister.
Yeah, I want to race my sister.
Yeah.
I'm gonna race my sister.
What about you, Isabel?
I don't know where I'd race, but I'd probably like to race against Grace Nottage.
All right, you gotta educate us. Who's Grace Nottage?
She's the girl who beat me from the Bahamas.
Oh, so you have to bear bad. All right. I'll be looking out for that name anytime you guys go anywhere else.
So
I'm looking out.
So like when the coach is up here, coach says I think he said Martinique, the pool in Martinique is like the best. Yeah, the best pool is. Which pool y'all excited to be in that you have been in before? Would you say, yeah, I would like to go back and in this particular place? This pool excites me.
Trinidad.
I think Trinidad.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a 50-meter pool and a diving pool and an outside 25-meter pool.
And you, Kaylee?
I'd probably pick Martinique, to be honest. I just find the fact that I can see myself swimming at the bottom of the pool is very cool. I can literally see my reflection.
All right.
Okay, Isabella, being too young to compete at a Carifta or at some of the older ones, does that motivate you to say, man, I can't wait to get there? You know,
Yes.
do you think like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait to get a little older.
You can't wait to get a little older.
Remember the girl from Bahamas? Remember the girl from Bahamas? She going to it. So
Yes.
yeah, so.
All right, but my final question for both of you: where you see yourself going in the sport, or where you want to go in the sport, or where you think swimming can take you?
Honestly, I would want to go to the Olympics.
Okay.
Just represent my country, and I want to see where I could be in the Olympics. But honestly, when I grow up, I want to be a vet, so I feel like I might settle down in swimming when I get older.
Bruh, a vet?
Yeah.
You like animals? Okay, that's a new one, George. You haven't heard of a vet so far?
We are at the straits too, so we could use some vets in it.
Okay, veterinarian. I'll go. I see that. So swimming is something that keeps you active, and that's your sport.
Yeah.
That's your okay. I like that. What about you, Isabel?
I would also like to go to the Olympics and see how far I could get, but I want to be a businesswoman when I grow up.
So hold on there. So you guys don't like swimming that much?
Yes,
Then you don't see it as
but
a
I can't
profession?
swim forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, girl.
But you could swim as long as you could. As you say, you want to be a businesswoman, so then you make all the necessary arrangements through swimming, so that when you retire from swimming, you could be a businesswoman, you could be a vet. Because if there's, I think that you should maximize your talent. And sometimes, so if there's opportunities for you to go on and be a professional swimmer, go on and enjoy yourself and be a professional swimmer for as long as you could, but you put all the necessary things in place so that when you retire from swimming, you could be a vet. And I always told myself the best thing to do when you're growing up is always give yourself an opportunity to be good at two things. So be good at swimming, and you could make a living from swimming, and then you could go on to something else. I was a footballer. I played a bit of football professionally, semi-professionally for a bit, and then now I had a joiner. You know what a joiner is? Somebody be like kitchen cabinets and stuff like that. And then now I retired from playing football. That's what I do. But I enjoyed a good maximum life playing football, and I enjoyed it. I made reasonable money from it, and now I'm just doing something else. But so don't choose swimming under the bench. Keep it afloat.
But hey, listen, it's whatever you guys want to do. It's your world. Hope you enjoy it though. Have fun while doing it, and I know we're gonna see you guys back here, breaking more records again when you go somewhere or you meet. So you guys are taking part in Vipers Swim Club. You have any goals for that? The Vipers be coming up.
I do have a goal.
Okay.
I missed the 100 free record by like 0.2. I nearly got it in the last meet. I also want to get more records in the junior meet. So.
Okay. Isabel, I think I know this answer, but set any goals for the next meet?
Well, It's to break more records.
I know this. You just have records.
But if you break any more records, you're breaking your own record.
It's your own record, right?
You're fighting against yourself, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
but that's not a bad thing, though, is it? That's not a bad thing. That's a
Easier.
good thing.
If I have the record already, all I have to do is beat my own time.
Yeah, and it seems like anytime you go in the pool, you can beat your last time. So keep going. I know we're going to talk again. All right, she's Kaylee Warner from the Vipers Swim Club, and she's Isabel Nicholas from the Wadadli Aquatic Racers. Young swimmers here in Antigua and Barbuda making a splash in the pool. You guys like that? I just came up with it. They're making a splash in the pool.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back with more here on the GN Sports Show.
We would like to thank the sponsors of Generation Next, Fruta, Antigua Masonry Products, Citizenship by Investment Unit, ACT, Flow, Island Photo, and Francis Trading Agency.
Welcome back to the GN Sports Show. We are now in the segment where I think we learn the most here on the GN Sports Show, where the hosts are learning as well as the viewers. Our doctor in the house, Dr. Rick Millis, joins us for more conversation. Tonight, we're going to be talking about young players and how they're dealing with muscle injuries, knee pain, and overuse issues in some of those young footballers here at Generation Next Football Club. Doc, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're ready to learn. We're ready to learn more.
Nice seeing you guys again.
Welcome back, Doc.
Thanks.
Yeah, we really do miss having you on the show here, and I know that
Good.
we're going to learn something. I don't know if it's going to be a lot of things, but we're going to learn something tonight.
No, I know there's a trivia after. Doc.
No, you listen. There's no question in my mind. You guys learned. The question is, do you remember?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
Yes.
All right, young athletes.
Yes.
Why are they getting injured?
What would you guess would be the simplest, most logical answer to why young athletes, young is the operative word, athletes get injured a lot?
Overuse.
Yeah, well, overuse, good. Yeah. Obviously, overuse. But what's the underlying cause?
The body is not properly developed.
Are they growing?
Well, we hope
Yes.
so. Yeah.
And they're growing. And so they generally get muscle injuries, soft tissue injuries, muscle, connective tissue. What's connective tissue?
Ligaments.
Ligaments, tendons. Hey, okay, you remember something.
I just act like I don't learn it.
No, you're good.
I just act real good. I just act real good.
Muscles, tendons, ligaments. Okay, those are the main things that get injured. Yes, you can get bone fractures, but that's not that common. Tell me, what's your experience? You tell me.
Yeah,
You're the coaches.
it's more muscle tear and those kind of things.
Muscle, tendons, pain, you know,
it's not
in the
much
legs.
bone. Yeah, it's not much bone.
No, and since soccer, or what you call football, you know, is something you play mainly with your legs, unlike in the United States, we play our legs and our arms.
No.
But here, you don't use your arms.
It's football what you call soccer. It's not soccer what we call football.
I get it.
Okay, Doc?
I get it. But whatever the case is, we usually think that the bones, not only we think, we know, the bones are growing faster than the muscles. So let's think about it. Why do we prioritize the growth of bone over muscle? Because how do you get big? By growing your muscles or growing your bones?
Growing your bones.
There you go. Remember the growth plate that we talked about before?
Yes.
Sure you do. What's in the growth plate?
I remember the growth plate.
The growth plate, that's right. The growth plate has to have cartilage in it.
Right.
Before it gets hard and gets bone. And when the cartilage in the growth plate, right, turns to bone, that's when the kid stops growing. Remember?
Good.
Who stops growing first? Boys or girls?
Girls.
Boys.
Who's taller?
Boys.
So who stops growing first?
Girls.
Stops. Girls.
Yes.
When the growth plate loses its cartilage and gets hard, the bone, that's when it stops growing. And girls stop growing first because of their estrogen, remember, the female hormone?
Right.
They have more of that than boys do, and so it fills in that growth plate. Now, in general though, we want bone growth to be prioritized, to be the most important thing, right? And therefore muscles lag behind. So the bone grows first, and the muscles catch up. The tendons catch up. The ligaments catch up. So, are we going to stretch the muscles too much? If the bones are growing and the muscles are lagging behind?
Yes.
Yes. Are we going to stretch the tendons and the ligaments?
Yes.
Yes. So, that means what? They're not going to function properly because they're not at their normal size. They're not at their normal length. They're not doing the normal thing until everything catches up and everything becomes symmetrical. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
And balanced.
So in the growth phase, coaches are pushing them. Hey,
Yes.
you should run faster. Hey, you should.
Yes.
But that's where some of these injuries.
Exactly. Exactly. Or they play too much. Right? And they don't have time to rest. Remember we talked about the importance of nutrition, the importance of sleep. Right? All of that is, and rest. You know, rest, taking some days off to recover from these micro injuries, these tears that are occurring that you don't see, and sometimes you don't even feel them, but they're there. You see? And so how do you know if a kid is having these injuries or too many of them? Well, if a kid keeps injuring himself a lot, right, and complaining of pain a lot, you know, more than occasionally, then you know there's a problem, right? So you have to pay attention to the pain. Now, are parents good at that? Are coaches good at paying attention to the pain?
Not necessarily.
Not all the time.
Heck no.
No, I was just going to say, Josh can attest to this. Even if they're in pain,
Yes.
they want to play.
Of course.
Yeah, they still want to play.
I remember I was in pain. What about what about when you were a kid? What about when you were a kid? You want to tell your mother, "Oh, Mom, I don't want to play today because I'm in pain." So if you had a little pain, you didn't even tell her.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? You didn't even tell her. So that means it could have gotten worse. And I remember times in my life when that actually occurs. In fact, it even occurs now when I'm playing tennis. Right? I get injured. And then I'm in denial. I say, "Oh, no, it's okay. And I'm going to push, and I'm pushing. And then pretty soon, I got to take a month off to recover. You see? Now, if you see a kid limping, like I saw somebody coming into the room right now and limping. And somebody in the audience, by the way, just came in the room limping, so it made me think of limping. So if you see a child that's limping, shouldn't be limping, that's telling you that there's something wrong. You see? So it's not just pain. You have to pay attention to these things.
But growing comes with a bit of pain as well, right?
Well, that's what they call it. Well, you see, that's the natural tendency to talk about growing pains. Yeah, so that's right. There are some natural pains that come with growing. But when those occur, you have to really pay attention to the fact that, what's the reason for it? Tell me, what's the reason for it? You remember? What's the reason for the growing pains? It's the fact that the bone is growing more than the muscles and tendons.
I was thinking about something just now that catch me off guard. I wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't put you on the spot anymore tonight. I'll wait till next time.
All right.
Anyway, yes, so that's the story. And then you pay attention to where the pain is coming from. So let's talk about, let's say, the most important or the most common one in soccer. You tell me. Hamstrings, right? Where are the hamstrings?
At the back of the leg, I think.
The back of the leg.
Yeah.
The back of the thigh. Not the leg. We call the lower part the leg.
Okay, all right.
We call this the thigh. The back of the thigh. Right? So hamstrings. You see? So how do you know a kid has a hamstring injury if he doesn't tell you? He's going to complain of pain. He's going to complain of pain where? In the back of the leg. So you're right. So you're going to say, All right, you have to ask him, where's your pain? So as a coach, is that important? Yeah.
Yep.
So what is the kid going to not be able to do?
Run.
Run, very good. Because those hamstrings, a lot of things, but run, stop quickly. Stop quickly, jump, run, all that kind of thing. Now, the interesting thing about the hamstrings in the back of the leg, very interesting, is they counterbalance the biggest muscle in the body, which is the quadriceps in the front. Remember, the thigh has the quadriceps, 4 muscles in the front, right? Make up the quadriceps, and a very, very big, strong muscle. And the hamstrings in the back are thin muscles, 3 thin muscles. So they have to balance that big one in the front. So when that big one, that's very powerful, is kicking, right? Now we have to have something to stop the kicking. Or when they're running, they have to have something to stop very quickly. Put the brakes on. That's the hamstrings are putting the brakes on. The quadriceps in the front are making the running happen. So when you have to put the brakes on very quickly, and those brakes get stretched, the tendons get stretched, the ligaments get stretched, the muscles get stretched, what are they going to do? They're going to weaken. They're not going to be able to stop very well, right? And so the muscles in the front are going to overpower the muscles in the back. You see? So those are that hamstring. So that's very important. And there's a nerve back there. You heard of the sciatic nerve?
Yep.
Yeah.
LeBron James had that injury.
That's correct.
And I call it sciatica or whatever. It's spelled
like S-C-I-A-T-I-C.
Yeah.
Sciatic. Say sciatic.
Sciatic.
Good, you got it.
On live television, doing the news, I said scitica. Yes, scitica. I was like, I saw the word. I was like, scitica? Is that scitica?
Why didn't you?
Doctor, I could have called you.
You should have called me. Don't you have my WhatsApp? You need my WhatsApp. Say, how the hell do you say that? And by the way, Google, you can put it in and you can ask them how to pronounce it.
At the time, you're
just reading.
I had paper in hand, tablet in hand, and it came up. I didn't even think I would have reached the story.
Yeah. What about you? And you ever have hamstring tears?
All the time.
Yeah, no, I did too.
But why, and I guess this is the question, why it takes so long to heal, one, and when you think it's healed, and then let's say you go for a stride, and you're like, oh wait, what's going on here?
Very good.
It can mess the whole thing up again, maybe if you come back a bit too early. Because, I mean, I have a quad and both.
Yeah. Well, it's because there's such a big imbalance between the front and the back. So unless you do specific exercises to build those hamstrings up to recover, there'll always be that imbalance. You see? And so you go out and you re-injure it because you have the same imbalance and probably you just rested it and you didn't do the proper rehabilitation exercises to build those muscles. So what do you do to build up the quads in the front? You know those leg extensions like this?
Yep.
The
machine where you sit down.
You sit down, or you can just put a weight on your legs, on your ankles, and raise your, extend your knee, extend your leg, and you do extensions, right, on a regular basis.
And that's for the quads.
That's for the quads, and that makes them very strong.
And where do for the hamstring?
And also when you're walking, using your quads mostly.
So where do for the hamstring now? I'm so glad this topic come up because at this present time my son is injured with a hamstring.
Okay, well,
so
see what I mean about the most common injury?
Yeah, my son is injured with a hamstring.
Perfect.
And
I didn't know that.
He went to the doctor, but he rested for like.
And the doctor didn't know what to do.
No, well, he was resting and icing.
Yes.
And he went to the doctor and he told me, the doctor said, just continue doing what he was doing. As I asked him, they didn't give him no exercises or nothing like that to do. He said, no, they just said to continue ice.
Continue how for
I think it's about 2 weeks because it's been
about 2 weeks. No, you're absolutely wrong. You continue ice for 24, 72 hours at the most. Then you start using heat to stimulate the blood flow for the recovery.
Like I gotta remember to call you when these
things happen. You do.
There's a young sprinter. He ran like 10.
See how the average physician really doesn't know these things.
10:50 something, 10:52 for 15-year-old, on 15, 10:50 something, and he qualified for Curvita. But at the trials, when he was running the 200, he had a grade 2 strain in his hamstring. Does that make sense? Grade 2 strain.
Yeah.
So he his character was over at the trials. I mean, he qualified in the 100, and while he was running the 200, and he was coming home leading like about maybe 40 minutes ago, he pulled his hamstring, and they said he had a grade two strain or something towards that degree.
Well, you see, like LeBron James, you take somebody like him. He's got so many trainers and so much money and so many facilities.
It's like $1 million a year on recovery. And
exactly. So the point is, it's very easy for him to every day lie down in his bed on his stomach, right? And he has a machine that instead of putting the weight on the front of the leg, that's what you do for the leg extensions, you put the weight on the back of the leg.
Under the leg.
And you flex, and you instead of extending the leg, you flex it against the weight. That's it. That's all you have to do. But it takes discipline. How many people want to lie on their stomach because it's uncomfortable, number one, right? With weights on their legs and continue to do it. Well, if you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars a year, you do it, right? But you didn't do it because nobody's paying you millions of dollars a year.
And probably maybe he didn't know about it.
No, there's always
a few thousand.
No, there's always that machine. There's always that machine in the gym where you do the curls and you go down and while you laying on your stomach.
Yes, exactly.
And you do that one.
That's what you should do. That's what you do. But then you have to adjust the machine. I'll be honest with you. I should do it, but I don't. So I also get those hamstrings. So again, you get hamstring injuries mainly because of the imbalance between the front and the back. The back are weak, the front are very strong, so they're always going to be imbalanced unless you do something to balance them. So that's why you kept injuring it. Okay. That's why I keep injuring.
For young footballers now.
Yes.
Some of them are playing 4 to 5, even 6 days a week. Is that too much?
Yes, of course. You need time to rest. They need time to rest. They need sleep. They need time, nutrition, and they need time to rest. So yeah,
imagine you're telling a 13-year-old, hey, you need time to rest. You need time to rest. A 13-year-old that would go to school, run with his kids, run with friends, do what they do during break time.
Yes.
Then after they have football.
Right, but it's because his day isn't structured. His training is not structured properly. Your training has to be. You have to use the professional athletes as a model. What do the professional athletes do? Do they play every day? No. They do a little quick shoot around, let's say basketball, or they do a little kick around. And what do? They go to the gym and they strengthen those what? Hamstrings.
Yeah.
You get it?
But a child at school is not thinking training when he's at school playing with friends.
That's why he has parents. Wait.
Not at school.
But yes, I understand.
Yeah. And if I tell my 13-year-old son, when I go to school, I wanted to sit down and break time. I don't want to go out and play the kids.
No, that's different. Now we're talking about playing. Playing around on the playground.
Right.
You can't keep kids from doing that.
Right.
But now you can make sure that that's all they're going to do that day. And then of course, if you have the facilities and you teach them properly, they'll want to build their own muscles. Let's say you have some weights in the house or whatever, or a gym available. Not everybody has these, and I understand. So this continues. I mean, the people who have more resources, if they can, even they can't convince their kids to do this because either they don't know or the kids want to do whatever they want to do. Right? They're kids. I was hyperactive. I wanted to be active all the time, and so I injured myself a lot. Right? And I probably didn't realize it, that I was injuring myself, and it turns into chronic injuries.
All right. So this is part one.
Part one.
This is part one of our conversation on youth and injuries and what they need to do.
So what's the message?
Yeah.
What's the message? Pay attention to the hamstrings. That's the most common injury. How do you know your child is having a hamstring injury? If he's limping, if he's having trouble stopping, and you see painful, he doesn't have this burst, and then he stops very quickly, and he now slows down, and he doesn't do what he normally does, And now you ask him, where's the pain? Point to where the pain is, and it's in the back. Well, those are the hamstrings. It's just very easy. Or under the buttocks. Right under the buttocks is where the tendon and the ligaments are that attach those hamstrings. So he might point to just right under the buttocks, under the curve of the buttocks, right there, where your hip, you sit on your hip bone, called the ischium. They're called ischial tuberosities. And so the tendons attach there. And that's why sitting in school for long periods of time can make it worse.
Hey, Doc.
Doc, you're going to have to save that for part.
That can make it work. And what nerve, wait a second, let's see, what nerve is going to be affected when that happens, that you sit on? Especially if they have a wallet in their pocket. The boy has a wallet in his pocket.
The gluteus maximus? The gluteus maximus?
Gluteus maximus is a muscle. The tendon for the hamstrings is right under the gluteus maximus. Good. Parents, this is good. Remember this. And guess what? The nerve is called the sciatic nerve.
I got one. The sciatica.
That's the sciatic nerve.
All right, Doc.
Very good.
He's Dr. Rick Millis, or Doctor in the House, with everything we need to know about sports scientists, sports science, and injuries in our young athletes. Of course, we will hear more from him in another episode of the GN Sports Show. So, Doc, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure hearing from you. All right, we'll be right back with more on the GN Sports Show.
A really packed show, Terry, a really packed show. We had some real good conversation with those young U11 players, Terry. I hear you talking to the swimmers, and I was just here in awe, according to the records that have been broken, both personal best and international records.
Yeah, anytime they get in the pool, they do wonders for their country, their club, and themselves, of course. And we will look forward to seeing them in the future, growing up the age category and continue representing Antigua and Barbuda, their families, and their swim club here.
Yeah, so we'd like to thank our viewers for coming back here for season 6 of the GN Sports Show with us, Terry.
6th season.
Yeah.
Only episode 1 have been completed.
And usually there's 9 episodes, Terry, so there's 8 more to go in this wonderful show here.
A lot more sports, a lot more athletes to talk to, only here on the GN Sports Show.
So with that, do enjoy you watching the show and looking forward to seeing you next week. Do have a pleasant evening.
on the GN Sports Show. You'll find your light with every